Hello, good day. My name is Paul Osaya Preku, index number 60, and today I'm going to be your facilitator. And today's lesson, I'm going to talk about mastering Microsoft Word editing tools, that is, enhancing digital literacy through effective proofing and formatting. And through this lesson, I will be taking you through, that is, through Microsoft Word. That is where we are going to do the illustration so that you can understand it well. And by the end of the lesson, this is the learning objective. That is, by the end of this lesson, learners will be able to execute spell checks and grammar correction accuracy review. That is under review tab. Then also perform document translation between language, that is multilingual, that is different languages. That is still under the review tab. And again, how to configure setting for proofing customization. That is under review tab 2. And also apply text editing using home tab 2. That is where find, replace, and select. That one there you are going to get it from home tab. So right now I am going to talk about the configuration language settings. That is for proofing customization under review tab. So we go. So now I am going to talk about default language, that is to set UI language permanently. So what it means is that language configuration in software applications allow users to set their preferred language for the user interface, that is the UI, and other features. This helps enhance user experience, ensuring that the interface is accessible and comfortable to use. So now let us now move and looking at the tabs, that means the path. This path tells you that the locations where we are going to pass through to each before we get to the language. And also, we have two types here, or two paths here. First, you can pass through file, then you go to the options, then you go to language settings. And also we can go through the review tab, and we locate the language group, then we go to language preferences. So now let us move straight to Microsoft Word, where we are going to do the illustration. So now we move straight there. I use my alternative tab to just locate it faster. So now here is my document, and I have already typed document here that I'm going to use for the illustration. So in my presentation, we have the two types, that is how to locate the language settings. First, as we said, you go to file and you go to option. That one is under here. This is my option that the destiny has covered it. Okay, so you go to tabs, then you come to option. So under the options, that is where you can locate the language. So you can see the language here, and we have by default the language that came with this installation, that is this Microsoft version, is English language. And as you can see here, it's already indicated that is preferred. Okay, because here we bought the English language version for it. So assuming we are in another country, that is maybe we are in Arab countries, definitely their softwares are always made with Arabic languages alone, and by default their language will set to Arabic. But here Ghana, we are English speaking country, so whenever we are buying any application or anything product, we make sure it comes with English version. So that is why we have the English here. So we are going to talk more about it when we go to the main task, that is from the review tab. So let me close it and let me come here and increase our maximize it. So now under the review tab, this is review tab, you click on it, and under the language group you go to language, that is under it, that is this ribbons. We have set proofing language and we have language preference. The proofing language is, as my other colleagues talked about, that is the proofing. That is when they are proofing the document or the words that they've typed, the language that you want it to use for the computer to know that, okay, this is what you want. That is where, in case you don't want that language, that is the English language, you can change it from here. That's why it's stated there that it is set to, that is set proofing language. So in case you don't want it to be English, then you can definitely click on it and change the language. As we can see, the English, that is United States English, has been set by default. So you know that the English, we have the British one and we have the United States one, but here it is the United States one that is there. So in case maybe you want to change it to British, there is always a way for it. What you're gonna do is you have to set for it, then you click on it, so you have to wait, set for it and locate it. So you can see English, we have, in fact, we even have Australia English, we have Belize English, we have Canada English. So this tells you that languages are differently spoken, although it must sound the same, but the tonation of it might be different. So you can, as I said, by default it is English, so there is no need for me to change it right now. But when I go to the English preference, then I will change there. So let me cancel it and move forward. So now let me go back to the language preference. As I earlier stated, if you want to change your language preference, that is the application, this Microsoft Word language, do we want it to be English or do we want it to be in another language? Like for example, let's assume that Apiaminka, we have a department called Tree language or Igbo language department, and at the end of the semester they want to type it in Igbo language. What they have to do is they have to convert the system, the application language to Igbo, so that when we are typing, it will not be underlined, because the English doesn't know Igbo language. So until you set it to Igbo language before you'll be able to execute all what you are to type. So by there or by that, your document will, in fact, you even like it that it has set to that actual language, because it makes everything move so smoothly for you. So let's say in case I want to change it to Igbo language, as I said, what you have to do is you go to add language, you click on add language, then you search for Igbo, that is Igbo. You can use the the keyboard by typing Igbo, that is IB. You keep on typing the I. Well, I didn't find Igbo here. It's unfortunate. So let me use another language then. Let me use French. Okay, we have French. You see, we have different French here. We have French for France, Francia. So let me click on it. I've clicked on it, then it's telling me to install set, and again it stated here that set as office display language, as I said earlier on. If I click on it, then the whole system display is going to turn to French, to French, that is France or Francia. So now let me click on the install. If I click on the install and the system doesn't have French, then it means that the software, or let's say the computer will direct me to what they call to web browser for me to go and download it and insert it as a plugin. So let me click on it and see if it's already installed. Now you see the pop-up message that came in. You say install office language. We are preparing to install. Okay, so now let us click on OK and see. So we can see that it's checking for update, so meaning that now you can see it wasn't installed there already, so that's why it is now downloading. Well, it's going to take time before it does, and I don't know, this internet connection here is very, very bad, so I have to stop it. I have to stop because it's going to take much time before it download. So that is how it is. So by doing that, please, I hope you can understand what I'm. So if you are at home and maybe you have a good internet connection, you can try on your own and see what I was talking about. And as I stated earlier on, the proofing installed, I mean under the proofing already it is United States English. That one too, you can also try and check it and change the language also. So let's say maybe I want to use Arabic or Jira type, then you can say add. As you can see, that one it has what added because it already installed, or it came with the Microsoft Word itself. So now I hope you can now, we all understood what we've been taught about, or what I've taught you about, or what I've illustrated earlier and now. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can drop under the comment section so that I can verify. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.